Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. We are in the craft room today. We're getting ready to start working on the drawers and get them decluttered. This is hashtag Declutter Challenge 24, hosted by me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. It is an open collaboration. Anyone can join. I just ask you to friend my channel if you do decide to join and you're not already friended, so that I can find your video. You can leave a, you can use the hashtag and tag my channel in the title and the description box, and then you can also place a playlist in your description box as well. That will help your viewers to find more videos of like content. Okay, this is a little nightstand end table type thing that I have never repaired or refinished or anything. And it is pretty much organized on the shelves. Although it does need a good dusting, it is pretty much organized. But the drawers are typical drawers. They need to be cleaned out and organized. That's the top drawer and the bottom drawer. So we're going to do both of these drawers on this video. But I want to let you know on the top end that this could be a 5-minute project or a 10-minute or 15 or 20-minute project, depending on how much time you have. Pick a drawer and clean it out. So this is a drawer that I don't go into very often. I've got some fabric in here. I'm going to put that in my fabrics. Let's see what all we have in here. If it's trash, I've got a big bag for trash, and I don't need this. So I've pulled out a Goodwill bag, because that's anything in here that's going to Goodwill will go into that. And then I pulled out another bag to put trash in. So you'll hear me rattling bags, I'm sure. So this is a bag of yarn scraps that I use for tags. And so I'm just going to put that back in the bag, get that sealed up, put it to the side. We'll figure out where we're going to put that in a moment. These are some plate hangers that I picked up at a thrift store or a yard sale or somewhere that I haven't used yet. I'm going to set them aside because they will get used around our home, because I love decorating with plates. We've got a magnifier in here, and it probably needs new batteries in it. And it needs dusting off. I've got some labels. I need to put this with my labels. I've got some various knobs that can go on projects that I want to hang on to. I've got an exercise tool that I need to be using, y'all. These go underneath your legs on your furniture to keep from scratching floors. I'm going to get them cleaned up and put away. We've got some additional cords that we don't really use. So that is going to go into my Goodwill bag, because somebody might need those. I've got a plate in here, y'all. This I use for painting. When I'm painting, I use this. And so I can wash that off, and it comes in really handy. I've got a couple of big paint brushes. I need to get that with my paint supplies. And I need to really clean out this thing. I got another one of those. I've got some more magnifiers that need to be cleaned up. I've got some tape that needs to go with my tape. I've got some toilet tissue rolls that I use. I use these to wrap my yarn around. So I'm not going to use these. I'm going to go ahead and trash those. This is an old carbon monoxide alarm system. I'm not even sure it works anymore. I'll have to talk to my husband about that. I can either donate it, or we can put it back up where it belongs. An old cell phone. Now, this phone is probably 20 years old or better, and I'm going to put that into the donate bag. So somebody out there likes to collect those. I got some more yarn. And I've got some labels down here. And some, looks like some more trash. Put that in the trash bag. I've got a ruler in here. And I've got an old Get Well card in here. And I have a Findings treasure box that I keep things in that are sentimental, and I'm going to keep that one. I put red cedar in my drawers. It deters mice and bugs. There's another one of those things to put underneath your chair legs. A piece of Irish Spring soap also deters bugs and insects. Got an old hairband that I don't need. A pair of scissors that can go in the bathroom. This is for trimming your hair. And an ink pen that may or may not write. So we're going to check the ink pen out, see if it writes. And we've gotten to the bottom of this drawer in just a few minutes. Cleaned out the drawer, dumped it out, but I'm going to go ahead and spray my cloth with my all-purpose homemade cleaner. And just wipe down the drawer real good. Because it's been in there for a while. Well, I'll be honest with you, it's been in there for 12 years like this. And so it needs a little bit of a wipe down. Get rid of some of that dust in there. And on the painted part of the wood on the outside, I'm going to also wipe that down as well. Just to clean it up a bit. Now this is a old end table nightstand kind of thing that was given to us. We don't use anymore. And I'm going to put some of these items back in this drawer. I'm going to wipe down these poster board labels and stuff. I don't even remember why I had them. I might have been doing a project for some friends, I don't know. And that's going to go in there. I'm going to wipe down these with that same cleaner. Get all that dust off of them. And that way I'll know where they're at. And my little hand tool, my hand exerciser. I'm also going to put back in the plate holders. So these will come in handy when I get those plates that I'm looking for. Wipe down this ruler. Put that on the side. I'm going to go ahead and throw this back in here. I don't know if this was from our old house or it belongs in this house. It's missing the cover. I don't know if that was the reason we took it down or what the reason was. I got a couple more of these to go in here. And then I'm going to home the rest of the stuff where it belongs. And we have cleaned out one drawer. I'm going to set this one aside. We're going to get on to the other one because I'm sure there's things I have in the other drawer that I can put in this drawer as well. Okay, this is the top drawer. And I have a bag of seeds. I believe these are Rose of Sharon seeds, if I'm not mistaken. And I may try to see if they're viable. If they're viable, I'll keep them. If they're not, I'll get rid of them. And I'm definitely getting rid of this. This is Peppermint Leaves from 2016, although it is a deterrent for insects. So I'm going to go ahead and toss that. I've got milk thistle seeds in here. And again, I'm going to see if they're viable. I'm going to get those with my seeds and check those out. We've got these lantern mantles that needs to be with our camping equipment and our emergency preparedness equipment. So I'm going to get those put away. I'm actually have a box or a bin that I have from all my husband's things that I am working through. So we'll get that in that. We have a ruler that can go into the other drawer. Old paperwork. That's trash. An old light switch will go with my husband's things. I've got fairy wings. I actually bought these for something, and I'm going to make sure that they get to my daughter. It was a Christmas ornament that was supposed to be an angel, and the wings came off, and I never did get the wings on it, so I'm going to give her those, and she can put them on that herself because she's been gifted those. I've got some sandpaper and fine steel wool. I use that for sanding projects, so that needs to be bagged up. And I've got handy little bags here, so we're just going to go ahead and put the steel wool in one. And I'm going to fold this sandpaper in half with the sandpaper out and place it in the bag as well. And that will go with my paint supplies, because when I'm doing any kind of painting on furniture or anything, I want to have this handy. Looks like I've got lots of pens and pencils in here as well. This is an old index card holder. I may keep that, or I may donate it. I think I'm going to go ahead and donate that because I really don't use it. That goes in the donate bag. These I probably will never use. They're tassels or tiebacks or something to that sort. And so that's going to go into the donate bag as well. This is a rolled magnet. I use those, and these are the little silicone tabs that you put on the bottom of things to keep it from scratching up your furniture. Those I definitely use. Some seed beads. That needs to be in with my seed bead box. This is something... I don't think I did this piece. I think somebody else did it. And I never got it applied to anything. And I think I'm going to go ahead and donate that as well, because somebody might need a piece of Native American beadwork. This is a sleeve for your arm. And it's dry rotted. Trash. That's a little punch cap there, and some sewing things, and some little bitty tools that you can use for different things. I'm definitely going to keep that. I'm going to put that with my embroidery floss. Christmas lights. Don't even have these type of lights anymore. That goes into the donate bag. I've actually got extra plastic bags here, which is great. I've got a little plastic box. I save these little boxes, even though they're vintage. They come in handy for so many things. There's some more little bulbs. That actually goes to my Christmas tree that is in the house still, my little ceramic Christmas tree. I'm going to get that in the box with that. Drop that in the bag. This is a Afghan stitch hook, and I need to get that with my crochet. This is a handy little tool. If I can remember how to open it up. Okay, it goes like this. It's a little brush. And this is really good for real fine work. I'm going to actually put that in my other drawer with all the other tools that I've got over there, with the magnets and with my little sticky things that I put on. Sorted labels, that different size labels. I'll get those with my label stuff. That's trash. Some more little labels. Take the beads out of here. I've got feathers, and I'm not going to be using these feathers. I actually paid 30 cents for them. They're going into the giveaway bag. This can go in the trash. I've got some buttons that will go into my button collection. A clothespin that I use with my crafts. And a plate hook. There is another Afghan stitch hook, and I'm going to keep that one as well. A nail file. Those are always handy to keep on hand. Lots of pens and pencils. I need to go through these and make sure that they actually write before I put them away. A paintbrush can go with all my paintbrushes. And I don't remember what this tool is. We'll donate that. Whiteout. I could have used that this morning if I had known it was in here. And a Sharpie. These are probably no good. They're screen cleaning wipes. They've been in there forever. Various clips and a safety pin. I'll just throw them in one of these little boxes. And that's a little magnet there. Throw that away. And Velcro. And that box is broken, so it's no longer good. So we'll throw that away. I don't need that. I've got some school glue here. It's still tacky. An old knife that needs a good cleaning. This is another little brush. Very handy. This was actually used, I believe, on typewriters. When you had to erase something off the type, and you would pull this out and you would use it to use for a typewriter. The little brushes are really handy to have. I've got some shoelaces. And we hang on to shoelaces because they come in handy for a lot of projects. That's Velcro, some more of that magnet. A small screwdriver that needs to be with my sewing machine. An old rubber band that can go in the trash. Some more of that Irish Spring soap. And a little box. So I dumped this out in the trash, and I'm just going to wipe inside like I did the other drawer. Just to get all the dust down. And I'm going to wipe over the painted outside just to clean it up a bit. Now I'm going to show you what I do with a lot of my drawers. I save the card boxes that I get cards in, and when the cards are used up, I use them to make sections in my drawers so that I can section off places in my drawers and have a place for everything. So this was another little box. And voila! Can y'all see that? I've made several sections. I've got 2 big ones, 2 medium size, and 2 small. And we're going to fill this back in with things that were in the drawer. Leave that soap in there. And I have a cedar block as well that I'm going to sit in there. I'll go ahead and throw those doorknobs in there, and I'll have other places in this drawer that I can put things, because that's basically all I have left to put in here. Everything else has a home. So we have cleaned out 2 drawers within just a few minutes. Okay, we're going to check the pins real quick, but I wanted to show you this. This is an old light fixture globe, and I use these. They're flat bottom. I use these to store pencils and pens in, so they make a really good decorative storage. Get all these pencils in there, and then we'll move on to all these markers and ink pens to see if they work. And it doesn't take up much space on your desk or your nightstand, wherever you decide to put them. So I've got several here. I pulled out a sheet of paper, and I'm just going to check. If it writes, it goes in. If it doesn't, it goes in the trash. Trash. And I suggest doing this if you find a bunch of them in a drawer that you haven't used in a while. Just check them, because a lot of times they don't write. And who wants an ink pen that doesn't write? Let's see. We can put that cap on that one. And I've got another Sharpie. The Sharpies are working. So now I have a place to keep all my pens and pencils. And it's decorative. It's not ugly. You can use a tin can for this and put a little bit of contact paper on it. You can use any number of objects. But isn't that a cute way to store your ink, your pens and pencils? And I am going to wipe that down. It's a little dusty. I'm just going to go ahead and spray this and get that wiped down, and then we'll get that where it belongs. It was quite dusty, y'all. And while I'm at it, I'm going to wipe down my table because I've been over here working. Okay, there's the first drawer. And there's the bottom drawer. And I did find some more the rulers, so I threw them in there. Have a place for everything and everything in its place. I will label these drawers as to what the contents are on the outside, and that way I'll know what's in there and where to find them. And this is my little nightstand, and I have found a place for the pens and pencils. This is the hashtag Declutter Challenge 24, hosted by me. It is an open collaboration. Y'all join in. You know you've got something to declutter, and why not jump in and get it done? Get her done. Thank you for watching, friends, and may you be fully blessed.